Lesson 2, The Cycle of Time. It is time to go back home. We souls have been here almost 5,000 years, give or take. We've taken many lives, maximum 84. And we've been through heaven, semi-heaven, devotion, and hell. But we can see that ever since we started longing to discover our spiritual truth, we have come into the age of the confluence, where God came since 1936 and has been teaching the teachings of the soul and the highest soul, the cycle of time, the three worlds, the highest one being the soul world beyond the material, beyond the angelic, and the truth about how we recreate ourselves as divine beings. Because we create, generate, we sustain our creation, operate, and then we destroy that which is not necessarily destruction. So you see, generation, operation, and destruction form the God, God term. So the reason why we remember the one as God and ourselves as gods is because we are generators, operators, and destroyers. This is the cycle of creation through which we go every day. From the moment we wake up, brush our teeth, create a new day, and then let go at the end of the day. We sustain that which we have created yesterday, but we also learn to let go of things that are not beneficial, destroy. In the same way, the cycle of time, expanded to 5,000 years, can be seen as our creation over many lives, maximum 84, minimum 1. So when you came as a soul in a body, you created one life, but the more lives you took, the weaker you became, because it's like when you wash your t-shirt, it frays every time you put it in the washing machine. So after 500 washes, it might be not so pretty anymore. So you can understand that if you put yourself, the soul, through the washing machine of life, birth after birth, and you did some things that were not as good as they should have been because you were less powerful, you couldn't see the difference, then you created bad actions and what we call karma, a negative balance on the action sheet of life. So why we're suffering is because even though we mean well, we don't have the power to do well. That's why we need to meditate, remember who we are as souls, and go up and take power from God to understand again what right and wrong is. We've become upside down because we believe that our bodies are who we are, but it's actually the subtle self in the body. That is who we truly are. So when we remember at the end of the cycle of 5,000 years that we need to go back home, we need to become soul conscious, and for that we need God to guide us back. First, guide us back to our original truth of I, the soul, and Him, the highest and high soul, the source of power. And then when we do this every day, as often as we can, and preferably once an hour, we seem to detach more, because God is not material. He allows us to become detached from matter. And then through this detachment, we can see clearer from a helicopter view, from an angelic view, or even from the soul world of deep introspection. And the deep longing for peace and happiness then is fulfilled. So keep practicing in 3 quick steps. I'm a soul in the middle of the forehead. I go beyond as an angel. I detach from my story on earth. and I rise above to the soul world, and I let go of any kind of idea of myself being a material being dependent in the material world. Sit there with yourself and with God in alignment and ask your questions, and you will get answers. The cycle of 5,000 years is now ending. That's why there's chaos. That's why there's threats. That's why there's Trump, who will push the button for the nuclear warhead to be bombed, because he's like a little child. If he can't have his way, he will destroy the enemy. But he is the right person to push that nuclear button. He has no need to be spiritually high. That is our work as light workers. So understand that the right person is in the right place right now, and that he will use his nuclear power. Practice every day, every hour, to go quickly beyond while you work. Take care of the children, do your household work, because the time is very short. And when the nuclear bomb goes off and Earth as we know it won't have life forms anymore, then we'll be sending light from up above to help everyone in pain and suffering. Do the work you need to do as light workers. Remember that you're a soul and God is your guide back home. And He will teach you why right and wrong doesn't exist in spiritual consciousness. Next lesson, who are you and who is God? The truth about us as spiritual beings.